Nathan Gross, good to see you, lad. Where are you right now, man? In my head, you're in Adelaide, but I know you're not in Adelaide. Regular watcher, Alex Wick, good to see you, dude. Good to see all of you, man. It's a beautiful day here in Melbourne. It's a Saturday. It's the weekend. I'm in an alleyway. There's a dude approaching. Taking... yeah. His leftover from last night, eh? What's happening, people? I'm in Belgium racing bicycles. Yeah, fuck. That only compounds to your story about doing on something like some gross time, dude, hey? You and your other brother on the stream. Muay Thai Vagabond, good to see you. Wait, what's your first name, dude? Because there's always a dude I'm friends with on Facebook sharing Muay Thai stuff, and in my mind, I've paired you together, thinking that you're the same person. Hi there, Ramadan Kareem. Same to you, brother. Shouts to everybody that's partaking in Ramadan, man. I'm already hungry. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, see, I knew it was you, eh? You're always sharing like little Thai clips from the Muay Thai ring, dude. I'm always watching it. It scares me when I hear a little Thai man scream and kick, and it's just fierce. Who else is here? Shouts from Adelaide, bruv. I'm gonna be in Adelaide in 7 weeks, man. I love Muay Thai too. It's a phenomenal sport. I'll be rolling into Adelaide in actually 5 weeks. You know, I was gonna do this. Get this, bro. I was gonna do this 24-hour bike ride in 10 weeks, right? And I told myself, I said, be patient, cunt. You need the training. But at the same time, right, Ramadan's kicked off today, so I'm gonna be fasting for a month. And then I'm thinking in my head, like, it's like I need to go home at the end, just, you know, to eat food, you know. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take 1 day. I'm gonna take 1 day, and then ride in on that next day. Is lamb haram during Ramadan? Of course it's not, lad. I mean, in my lifestyle, it's haram during Ramadan. You know, can't call me a pseudo-Muslim. Not, you know, lamb's a cultural thing, man. You know, on Ramadan. Actually, no, it's not. It's heavily religious. What am I talking about? But who knows, man. Why do I fast? I don't know, man. No. I just fast because I feel like, you know, even in my mind, even if I didn't believe in God, I would still fast just as like not like a cleanse, lad. It's just an appreciation tool, eh? It's just an appreciation tool. It just gets you appreciating food, appreciating water, appreciating life. I'm gonna be skinny fat. The time right now in Melbourne's, I'll tell you exactly what time it is, lad. It's 6:50. It's 6:50 a.m. A lot of type 2 diabetic Muslims from fasting, then yeah, I wouldn't be, dude. But you know what though? Like, I wouldn't if someone told me they were type 2 diabetic, I wouldn't be like, I would tell them I wouldn't fast, man. No, I can plant goals. I can see you, lad. I can see you. I might have just been missing your questions. Where am I off to? I'm not off to anywhere, man. I just woke up. Now I'm in the alley next to my house. Yeah, dude. I did my biggest day on the bike yesterday. I did 55 kilometers, dude. 55, man. Shout out to crashing on sticky, greasy shit though. When's the Indie Pack trailer coming out? You know, I told myself, I don't know, maybe I said this week, So I'm going to stick to that regardless of anything else that's going on. Rocco, I'm not training today, dude. Today's my day off, bro. Nothing's getting pumped in my body today, mate. Does training and riding with bikes not destroy your balls? No, I don't really ride my bike for that long. Like maybe an hour and a bit. So once you ride for a while, once you've been riding for a while, I mean, your lower half, it adjusts. Maybe if you got some like torturous seat and you sit on it hell funky, like you're time trialing your whole life, maybe you get some damage. If I want to do Ramadan, what are the rules, bro? You're asking the wrong kind about the specific rules. You know, in my head, it's just like fasting from the start of the day to the end of the day, eh? I'm pretty sure if it was when sun breaks. I mean, in Melbourne, it's like 5:50. I think this morning it was 5:50 a.m. and then no eating or no drinking until, shit, what is it? It's not even that late in Australia. I feel bad for the UK people. Like, you'd have to fast from the morning until like 9:30, dude. Not even water, dude. Some fuck, hey. Living, it's alright though, dude. It's alright, man. Do I try and get all my macros in a small window? Yeah, I mean, but it's not really a small window. It's like 5 a.m. It's 5 p.m. to, it's like 5:15 to 5 a.m. I mean, it's quite a big window. It's 12 hours. And plus, I'm up in the morning anyway. You know, I like, usually I've already finished training by now. And then on the days I ride, you know, I've almost finished riding by, well, not by 6, but by like 7:30 I'm finished riding. So it's not that bad for me because I do a lot of training in the morning. So it's like, you know, I can just live throughout the rest of the day. Shouts to Shads to gaming. I've never seen you before, man. Shouts to all the chefs out there. Yeah, Vegan Cheetah's a retard, dude. I can firmly say, with my humble opinion, that Vegan Cheetah's retarded. He's literally got the fucking awareness of a fucking peanut. You know, that can't literally, I don't know, he needs to leave the internet and go participate in life for the next like 4 years and then come back. The cunt's never participated a day other than fucking jabbing up heroin. Yeah, but I mean, that's the world we live in. I mean, 40k people listening to him, that's not, that, you know, this is a bunch of blindless blinker fucks listening to a kingpin who's also got his blinkers on, like. He's toned down a bit, yeah, but people like that, bro, they're just mold, you know what I mean? They're malleable. They're like a piece of dough. They have no character, they have no perspective, they have no position in the world. You know what I mean? They have zero position. All they do is mold who they are to fit the needs of the public, you know what I mean? So when the public wants to hate on veganism, he fits that model. When the public wants to hate on Muslims, he fits that model. You know, he's ultimately suffering like 90% of the population is suffering. He just wants to be loved. He's just trying to figure out a way to get loved, and he does it through his YouTube channel. I mean, some cunt needs to pat him on the back and say, Charles, you're good enough, lad. You know what I mean? You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. Fuck that cunt. Are you ever going to put the Indie Pack video Yeah, bro. I mean, you're thinking, dude, you're coming in a YouTube mind. You got to think about this, where everyone's asking me these questions from a YouTube standpoint, where cunts make videos, they film videos on the day and they release them on the day, and media's released like within a 24-hour period, because we live in the age of just like justification, gratification, and social approval. You have to do it for me now, otherwise it's not real. You know what I mean? So even me, dude, it's been a learning curve to have had a trailer, not use the first trailer, make a second trailer, be sitting on it for like a month. But you talk to anybody who's made anything worth it, and they go like, "Cunt, man, shit takes time." And even when it doesn't take time, it takes patience. You know, so it will come out when it comes out. No, Patrick, you know what, bro? I'm not even that busy. Like, I'd be lying to you if I said I was busy, bro. You know? I'm just being patient because there might be other opportunities coming off the video, you know what I mean? But that's why it's taken a while. Otherwise, to be honest with you, it would have been out 3 weeks ago, the trailer at least. But so I've been holding off because of those opportunities. But if those opportunities don't come through this week, and then it's, you know, I'm chopping the head off the snake and doing it anyway. Best vegan dumplings in Adelaide. You know, I don't even know too much about the dumpling scene in Adelaide. I got a Dumpling King. Now, that's like trashy dumplings made for white people. But it's like, you know, it's good enough for me. You can probably go to some vegan spot around. There's a few vegan joints. You can just Google it. But when I've had those dumplings, I mean, they're fresh out the packet. They're not handmade. You know, who knows if Dumpling King's handmade? I doubt it. Maybe not. But if you go to an old vegan joint, you know, the ones I've had from the old vegan joints, they're fresh out the packet, but they still taste pretty good, and they're overpriced. But if you go to somewhere like Dumpling King or some other joint in Chinatown, there's probably some cheap ones that are all vegan. You know, the ones in Dumpling King have little bits of tofu and like little bits of vegetables, and I don't know what else is in there. Spring onions. They taste pretty good. I don't ever smoke weed. I'm not anti-smoking weed. I just don't smoke weed myself. It's not something I've never really been a fan of it. You know, I've smoked weed a few times. It's never really done much for me. You know, I know for some cunts love it, but for me, it's just, I don't rate it. It's a crow. Good to see you, Campy W93. Have a great shower. Shouts to Liverpool. I've never been to Mecca, dude. Why is that a big problem in the Middle East? What's the problem in the Middle East? Fill me in, Vince Hardy. Do I know where I was in Hampshire? Fuck, dude. I forgot the name of the town. The town was dude, it's at the top of my tongue, eh? It wasn't there was a name for it, dude. Obviously there was a name for it, eh? You know, I have to get back to you on it, man. Because I actually forgot the name of the town. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't a big town. It was fucking small. Like, there was a minimal, like, it was, I don't know if that's what the whole country UK is like, but it was minimal. It was somewhere in the sticks, man. It was somewhere in the sticks, eh? I'll ask my mate I stay with and he'll tell me. Yeah. Because I was going to write the name of the town. He was like, dude, no one's going to know the name of the town, man. Just put Hampshire. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to put Hampshire. It's early morning crow, man. They're loud. Basingstoke, no. No. No, not Eastleigh. It looks like the Shire, man. Bird fucking world trolling the stream. I'm trying to think of the name, eh? I'm trying to scroll through the comments, see if anyone's named it. No, no one's got it, man, eh? I forgot, you know, it'll come to me, What's the New Forest? Fill me in on what the New Forest is. Fuck that crow, man. Aching, man, he's in pain. Why are you up so early? What's the plans for today? I'm up early every morning, man. Even if there's, you know, I have no plans, I'm still up early. It's just the only time to wake up. What's going on with the Indie Pack IPRW video, lad? I mean, it's getting made, man. That's what's happening with it. It's going to come out when it comes out. I got no idea. I can't tell you when it's going to come out. The trailer's probably going to be released next week. And then after, I'm not sure. Life check. How does it feel to be alive and aware in this moment in time and experience what we call life, brother? Got to make sure you remember you're special and have a purpose. I mean, it feels amazing. It feels almost like it can't be real. It's just sometimes, if you know what I mean. Like sometimes I just get wafts of it while I sit on the tram or something, and I'll just be like, holy fuck, man. Like, am I the only cunt who thinks this shit's weird? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll just be like, fuck, man. Like, it's like my whole, I feel like I get my whole perspective of my life will be flashed in front of my eyes, and I'll be like, what, man? Like, I almost forgot that I was alive, eh? Alex Wick, it's good to see you, dude. Alex Wick, brother, I should say. Thanks for the t-shirt. Thank you, Rob. Are you talking to me, Robbie? Yeah, we'll be going to Peru, dude. I already looked into it. Dude, trust me, I'm on the Peru hype. I've been talking to cunts about the Peru. I had a dream about Peru. I got 2 other cunts I had a dream about being in Peru with me. I'm ready I want to film a pseudo documentary in Peru. Like, I'm ready for it. Shouts to you. Shouts to that shirt, man. Save that shirt for Peru, eh? Reckon you ever do a London meetup? Yeah, the thing is, I don't really like doing meetups. Now, I like meeting people, but I don't like doing meetups per se, because it feels very awkward. Like, you feel like you're I've done one semi-half meetup, and it was cool because there wasn't even that many people there, man. But still, you feel like it feels weird, man, because you have a bunch of people looking around staring at you, and you feel like this is fucking bizarre. Versus, like, if you just catch up with people over time, it feels like, you feel like, you know, you can talk to them better, man. It's just a better experience. The glucose, the white t-shirt's like a canvas, bro. Anything you add to it is art, so it's okay. If you stain it, it's a piece of abstract art, it's okay. Yeah, we'll speak soon, bro. We'll speak soon. Thank you, Canfetter, you too. Now the morning sun's coming out right now, man. Mate, I had fried cauliflower with fried rice noodles last night. I can't beat it, man. It's the simplicity. I want a shirt. How do I get one? Someone spam, or who's a moderator, spam the Glucose Network Shopify. They're on there. Or you just type in Glucose Network Shopify. It'll come up. Sin forever, you too, man. Good morning. Fried plants, man. Fried plants and fried starch, whatever you want to call it, man. It's just so simple. It's so tasty. It's so clean. We live in the era now, dude, where more is more. We have to bring it back to less is more. I want 2 products in my dinner at night. Maybe 3 including yeast. Maybe 4 including salt. Maybe 5 including oil. Maybe 6 including ketchup. Okay? But that's brief, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to try and overcomplicate it. So fried cauliflower with salt on it, with fried rice noodles with salt on it, with yeast on it, with ketchup on it. I could live off that forever. You know? Yeah, the sizes are correct. Okay, I'll tell you what, they fit like a glove. The t-shirts mold to your body like they basically accentuate any body part that needs to be accentuated. Like if you have a lagging delt, it makes your delt look like it's not lagging no more. Like fully immersed in your senses, aka sight, touch, hearing, smelling, feeling and thinking, and connecting yourself to a bigger picture as the director and the star of the show at the same time. Yeah, semi like that, bro. I mean, just sometimes it's good, bro. It's good. I feel like I get reality checked. I feel like, you know what I mean? It's weird, man. Like I used to, you probably understand what I mean when I say this. I don't know if it's gonna make any sense, but I used to want to stop. Like I feel like you come to a point where it becomes like a skill for you. Like I remember I used to want to stop thinking because thinking was so annoying for me. It was so overwhelming for me. I'd be like, Abdullah, you talk too much. You talk too much to yourself. It's getting annoying. I wanted to shut my brain off and I couldn't do it, eh? But then I came full circle almost, bro. Like I went from like being like hyper aware of my own thoughts, like where it was just like I couldn't switch off, to where I'd be able to go like 4 months without even doing it, man. And then I'd get this without even thinking, just being. And then I'd get this brief moment where like it would all dawn on me in like a heartbeat. Like I'd be sitting there and like slowly my mum would be talking to me at the dinner table and her voice would slowly, it would go like and my heart would like kind of start beating a bit quick and I'd be like, oh fuck, man. I'd be like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck, I'm alive. You know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck, my name's Abdullah. You know what I mean? And then I'd be like, fuck, I meant to, because at that point I already forgot how old I was. You know what I mean? I have to remind myself, I'm like, my name's Abdullah, I'm X amount, I'm X years old, this is my mother, this is my sister, I've been living in this household, I'm alive. Like, you know what I mean? I have to remind myself because it feels like I got so immersed in life and so being that you forget everything, dude. And it just becomes like one experience where time's it's not even a reality for you no more. Like the days just seem to mesh. The secret to not thinking is just entertain your thoughts enough without engaging in them enough to let them go. Yeah, I think that's a key skill. I think that's a key skill. The letting go bit's the key point of that whole paragraph. Hey. I've never been robbed. You're talking about Kathy P. We don't know. Yeah, we do ship to Florida, lad. We do. Worldwide shipping, eh? Might take fucking 10 days. It might take 10 days, but 7 to 10 days. But maybe. The thing is, now we got them in stock, I'll ship it out in 1 day. It might take 10 days. Good thing about the shirt is, I expect anyone who hasn't got a shirt to email me. Okay, first of all. Don't leave it for fucking 5 years and then email me back acting like I owe you something. Okay? Now, that's the key. Do you ever get stressed out of a mega stupid shit? Not really. I mean, occasionally, I'm like anybody, dude. I get stressed out sometimes over stupid shit. But I feel like the more and more you repeat the cycle, and the more you're aware of your emotions and your thoughts and the way they all intertwine, you can diffuse situations faster. And you become like a fine-tuned machine, lad. And like you can see where the path's leading you. Like you get the precursors to when you're about to have a full-on breakdown, like you would used to. And just applying a simple level of critical thinking and awareness from just not having your blinkers on like a fuckboy. You can just be like, you know what, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna diffuse the situation in my head because I know where this leads. Shout out to the Burgundy t-shirts, my Shopify. Life's really, at least for me, bro, it's overwhelming, man. Like, I've had moments where I've been in the shower. Like, I was in the shower in Manchester like a month ago, pinching my nutsack. Now, it might sound, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I was actually pinching my nutsack thinking like, fuck, this is my nutsack. And I was having these like moments like too frequently where I'll just be like, holy fuck, lad. You know what I mean? But, and I would tell my mum about it, and my mum would get hell worried, like, what's the deal with that? And I'd be like, nah, it's mum, don't worry, it's like an empowering feeling. Like, I feel empowered. Like, I don't feel unempowered, I feel re-empowered, I feel more empowered, like more grateful. Can I be a moderator? The moderator things, it's a hard thing to do, bro. I mean, it takes a while to get there. No, you need to email me if you didn't receive a shirt. There's still a few people in Canada who haven't received a shirt yet, but because I don't know what the fuck happened with the candidate, but I'm be resending them their shirts if they don't rock up in a couple of days. But, everyone else seems to have received them. The thing about the shirt is, bro, for everyone it took a while to receive, it's like a present. Like, I was showing the patience. I was like, be patient, because, if you're patient, then the next day it's going to rock up to your door, you're going to completely forget about it. It's going to be a mad surprise. Shout out to everybody in Dubai. I'm taking things slow, but I'm getting all kinds of pressure to speed it up so she doesn't get... Don't even think... Oh, dude, if I was you, bro, I wouldn't even be thinking... Oh, Scott, I remember you, dude. I remember you were close to the wall and you turned around and I was streaming. Shout out to you, brother. Where were you going? If I was you, dude, I wouldn't even see you saying things that I wouldn't even be thinking about. Like, I wouldn't even be thinking about taking things slow. I wouldn't even be thinking about... I'm getting all like, you know what I mean? You should just do what feels right. I know it sounds basically simple, but you don't have to take things slow because you think that's the way you should, like, because that's what the best way to do it. You just do what feels right, bro. I actually got, I got my, shout out to my boy, I actually got a Glucose Network cycling kit. You know what I mean? It got sent to me. And I'll be displaying it on the 24-hour ride. Getting shredded or worth it, or stay fluffy and happy? Well, I don't like, bro, like, it depends, man. You know what I mean? Because it depends. Like, so much things go into... Because I know plenty of people who are completely content with their life, completely at peace, and they're lean, and vice versa. I don't think, like, it just depends on a lot of things, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it depends on... Like, I definitely think getting lean and staying lean is a skill. I definitely think it's a skill. And the more you practice it, the better you get at it, and the better you get at operating on it. Now, a lot of things come into it, like training age, how much muscle you have. Like, a lot of the cunts that are lean aren't really that lean. They're just grossly overly muscular, and they've been training for like 10 years, and they're not fucking fat. They're just average body fat. And they've just been doing it for a long period of time. Now, I'll just give you for my scenario, like, I could probably still drop a few kilos, dude, and completely function alright, live a beautiful quality of life, and be fine, man. You know, like, there's like diminishing returns with how heavy you get. You know what I mean? Like, there's like, you're super lean, you're not eating enough, you're not sleeping enough, you feel anxious all the time because you're just on edge from just being completely overtrained and underfed. And then like you eat enough, and then like you're at maintenance, and like your body fat's at a healthy level for your body, and you feel comfortable. And then it's like you go a bit heavier than that, and it's like, okay, and then you keep going heavier, it just gets diminishing returns where it's pointless, man. Oh, Scott, dude, I remember, that day I was doing Uber, and I remember in Docklands, dude, and I had the curries in my bag. Fuck, that's mad. You know, I would say your experience with getting shredded and getting fucked up is completely worth it, man, because now you've gone through the experience and you've learned a lot. Now you just have to navigate through your next move, you know what I mean, or what you want to want. There's no point in going back, and I wouldn't, if I was you, bro, I wouldn't put it in my mind that if I get fat and fluffy, I'm gonna be happy. Because that's just as bad as being like, if I get super fucking lean and shredded, I'm be happy. You know, I don't like this. That just doesn't sound like a good place to be in mentally. I got a size L of the original Glucose Network t-shirt. Should I get the same size as the new ones? Are they different fitting? They're not different fitting, bro. They're not different fitting. They're the same. There might be small nuances, but unless you've lost mad weight, they're not gonna be any different. Fucking loud, man. It comes cleaning the street up. Shout out to Plant Goals. If the post office is open today, I'll ship it out. Bro, the thing is with you, oh fuck it, I gotta get out of here, man. Oh shit, the squad's coming, lad. It's coming. The thing is, bro, the thing is, listen up. Food's key, man. Food's key. Listen. Food's extremely key, man. And your goal, food should be like it's a foundation of life, man. And the last place you want to be in is where you're like trapped by your terrible fucking relationship with food. So, you know what you need to do, bro? Body fat for you to maximize your body fat levels for your own body is simply just a product of you working on your relationship with food over time. Obviously with training and stuff, but a big part of staying lean, maintaining your lean body or desired body shape, whatever the fuck that is, and improving over time is heavily correlated to your relationship with food. You know what I mean? So make that a priority, man. Make that a priority. Not necessarily getting lean and shit, but just make a priority that you have healthy eating habits, man. Like, you're not one of these dudes who starves all day then binges at night. You're not one of these dudes who binges in the morning and then starves all day. You're not one of these dudes who eats a lot one day and the next day fucking fasts. You know what I mean? These kind of eating habits them cunts do is what fucks them up long term, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to this dude. What's happening, lad? Bro, you don't have to switch to powerlifting. That's a common misconception. You can, and most people do, bro, because it's more commonly accepted to be more out of shape in powerlifting, and it's not so much related about how you look, and you're not always constantly checking in the mirror to see if you're making progress. You know what I mean? So I guess you could switch to powerlifting. You don't have to. You don't have to, man. It depends, bro. The thing is, bro, what you got to realize is like your physique is very like You know, number one, I don't know, man, but I'm telling you, man, like, you have to approach your training and your nutrition and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got a lifetime, dude. And I said this on the yesterday's stream. You got a life. I'm just telling you what I would tell myself and what I do tell myself. This is a message to me, lad. You got a lifetime, okay? Just because you got a bit of titty, just because you got a bit of fat, just because you feel a bit slow, you got a lifetime. God forbid I get hit by a car. You know what I mean? And then I cross the other side and I give you all the messages from the other side, and that'd be a good thing. You know what I mean? But you got a lifetime. You can be patient. You have time to work on these things. And that's where it is, man. Once you realize how long you have and how much time there really is to work on this and the journey of it all and the process, man, time flies, man. Once you just accept it, it's not even a stress for you no more how long it's going to take, eh? That weight will get lifted off your shoulder. The universe will open its doors for you, and you can just work on it, let go. Before you know it, boom. It's going to be one of those things where 5 years will pass. You're going to be in the best shape of your life and think, fuck, those 5 years went really fucking quick. But if you're constantly checking in the mirror every day, aware of how shit you are, and you haven't accepted where you're at, and the fact that you have a long journey ahead of you, not like you just have a journey ahead of you, it's going to be too hard, bro. Bro, hey, Vincent, bro, I'm the same thing, bro. Trust me, I get bouts of it, dude. And this is a message to myself once again. I get bouts of it, lad. Like, I'll go through periods where I'm like, fucking, I feel like, you know, like untouchable, lad. Untouchable, man. And then I'll have periods where I feel like, fuck, man, I feel like I can't even talk no more. Like, I feel like every time I have a conversation, my heart starts beating quick. I feel like my hands are a bit sticky. I feel like when I get thrust into situations, I'm not the same cunt no more. But you know what the key thing is, bro? I don't put any power into it. I just let go. And I tell myself, if that's the case, if this is actually what's happening, then who gives a fuck? I don't care. And then I start developing, you know what I mean? I don't fight it, man. I don't fight it. I get brief moments. I get moments that turn into months of feeling like I'm insecure. That get turned into months of feeling like I am secure. And the whole thing is, it's just one big fucking flow. You just let go and flow with it. And that's when you drop the stress and everything just works out the way it's meant to work out. At least that's what served me. The resistance is what kills you, man. Yeah, UK powder bitters. Shouts to you, bro. I mean, I find that my life's more clean, lad. Like, the other day I was thinking in my head, like, I got to sell some shit. I was like, I need money, because I do need money at the moment, right? Just like, you know, lots of people need money. And I was like, you know, I was telling myself, like, I want to go here. Not that I need to go here. I was like, I would like to go here. I was like, what can I sell? And I had this beautiful moment when I looked around my house. I said, I can't sell shit, dude. You know, I could sell the whiteboard for $2 that I bought from IKEA, but I kind of like writing funny fucking notes on there, like, I'm not going to say you what I write on there, but I like writing notes and shit like, this is North Korea, you owe me money, pay money. Like, I like that, you know, I don't want to sell that. What am I going to sell, my bike? Fuck that. What am I going to sell? The lens that I worked hard to buy? No. Am I going to sell my 2 cameras? No. Am I going to sell my SD cards? No. Am I going to sell the laptop? No. Like, you know what I mean? Am I going to sell the shoes? No. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful spot to be in where, like, everything you have is almost everything you need to operate. Now, I'm not going to say you don't need to buy it to operate, but for me, I mean, I kind of do. I put a high importance on that. I don't have anything I don't put a high importance on. Like, I don't have, like, shoes. I'm like, they're not that important, but I'm keeping them for the sake of fucking keeping them. Just because when I walk past them, you know, they make me feel good and shit. Like, just have the option. It's like, fuck that. It's just extra baggage that I'm carrying around, man. The thing is, bro, you know, like, the thing is, the world is it's very clouded already, man, and it's hard to have a switched on perspective, and you got to reverse engineer your life from the start, from inside out, man. So you want to have everything simple, so that, like, you only got 10 units of energy to give, man. And if you're giving units of energy to useless shit that doesn't provide you no value, you're gonna have no energy and time for yourself, man. You know what I mean? Glucose Network, Shopify. That's Google that. You're not gonna have any time for yourself. So it's about energy management shit. I don't have energy and time to manage 30 fucking things, man. I don't have time for it, man. So I just keep just enough in my life to provide me with the most value and the most meaning, and not anything else beyond that. I don't fucking want it, man. I don't fucking want it, man. I realize that, like, these shoes don't give me value, dude. And fuck a cunt who tells me the shoe gives them value. I don't care, man. If you want to convince yourself that the shoe gives you mad fucking value in your life and like it's making you, then sweet, you can do that. You know what I mean? Everything else is a tool, man. Everything else is a tool. Okay? Sleep, water is not a tool. Love's not a tool. Empathy's not a tool. These aren't tools. My shoes is a tool. My bike is a tool. You know? My bike is simply a tool for me to work my fucking lungs, you know what I mean? That's all it is. The shoes are simply a tool for me not to step on a needle and get a hep C fucking infection. That's a tool. You know, food ain't a tool. Experiences aren't a fucking tool. You know? Tools can have a dollar sign on them. Shit that's not a tool, it's invaluable, man. Sounds tricky, but while riding, have you ever seen light particles in your vision when staring outward? Maybe, bro. I'm not even sure. Maybe I'll let you know, eh? What's on for my Saturday today, bro? Depending on how my day feels. Okay, what I'm gonna do is my girlfriend's gonna go to the gym. She's gonna come home. We're gonna go to the market. I'm gonna buy the cheap bok choy. Then I'm gonna walk home, get a new fucking headpiece. I've been vibing on this headpiece my girlfriend got. I need it. It's like a piece of cloth you wrap up, you look G in it. I just like the look of it. I want to buy one. You know what I mean? It's like $4. Gonna get that. Go to the Asian supermarket. Come home. Turn on my Uber. Saturday, so there's not gonna be many deliveries, man. But you know, I need the money, lad. So fuck it. Who cares? You know, may as well make some cash. You know, if I can make enough cash to where my food didn't cost me any money, fuck, it feels pretty good, man. Great stream so far. Shout out to everybody. I want to start running on one pace, but the mental barrier is tough but determined to break it. Any tips? Like, I can't stay at one pace. Either I sprint and walk and sprint and walk. Yeah, bro. I mean, that's like anything, dude. You have to break through, man. It's just going to take, dude, literally. Like, if you feel like you're being held back, not by your physicality, but by your mentality, then you know the answer. We both know the answer. It's just called fucking hold on, man. It's just called hold on. And you got to think in your mind, like, what's, like, when this process is happening, it's like, what's actually happening? Like, for most people, they can't accept it, man. They just can't accept what they have to do to do what they need to do. So, like, but they can. Like, their potential's there to do it. They just can't, they can't let go, they can't accept it, and they just pop, man. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll give you an example. Like, I used to ride my bike, and I tell you what the conversation is. It's like, you're riding your bike, you're in pain. Now, you have two options now. It's either you accept the fact that you're fucking in pain, and it's not a bad thing, and you keep riding. And you go, wow, I'm in pain, but who said riding a bike's not meant to be painful? And then you reframe it in your mind however you want, okay? And you go. Or you sit there and deliberate about the pain, and then you just blow up because you can't even ride no more, because all you're doing is thinking. You're not even like you can't even get into like a robotic state of just like motion and act, because you just can't stop thinking and you blow up. But that's what's great about training, because it teaches you, man. Training is a teacher. That the whole idea of just letting go and accepting is the greatest thing that you'll ever learn from training, man. That's the greatest thing you'll ever know from training, because you know what's on the other side of it, dude. You know what's on the other side of it. You want to get to the top of the mountain? Yeah, well, sometimes it's not the fucking most comfortable thing, but you just let go and keep pedaling. You know, you just become a robot, dude, in a good way. You know. You know, so maybe for you, bro, you might be running and you might be stuck on this pace. Maybe you just need to all it might take, bro, is a bit of reframing in your mind, saying, fuck it, man. This is what it's meant to be like. You know what I mean? This is what it's meant to be like. Accept it, bro. This is actually the best bit about it, man. It's like some motherfuckers, man, you see them and they have the same pace their whole life. It's just like they just don't understand it, man. It's like almost like they get to this level and they just can't break through it. It's like not even that hard to break through, man. I'm not saying that in an arrogant way, but it's not. It's within all of us. I started practicing it, dude, when I heard this quote from John North years ago, where he was talking about when he used to live with Donnie Shankle and shit, and Donnie Shankle used to tell him, this is where he said, you know, they were talking about becoming a robot, like free of thought and emotion, just like you have one duty, and the duty is to lift your weight over your head, nothing more. You should not be thinking about anything. And then I tried to develop tools within my own training that would allow me to do that. And I figured if I could get myself centered on my pure, like just, I could ground myself in like, you know, the essence of my life, which is like breath, it would work for me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to sound like a guru, but that actually, think about it, dude. If you think about it on a practical level, that's what works, dude. I don't do any hard efforts with headphones, you know what I mean? Because I can never operate to my full potential with headphones on. Because I can never really enter a rhythm or robotic state where I feel real grounded and really, I feel like I'm meditating, you know what I mean? I have to hear the sound of my breath. I have to. And you have to too. So I would go up the mountain and tell myself that my breath almost became a rhythm for me. It became a song. You know what I mean? It became an outlet. And it gets harder, I would just breathe louder. And I'd fall more and more into a trance. I'd be in a trance, dude, literally. Like I've done TTs before. Now you might not think it's impressive, but it's not even, to me, it's the most impressive thing. I'll be on and shouts to all the cyclists who know this, right? Whatever you do, I'll be on the road, dude. And it's almost like the road will merge. Everything kind of like starts to get blurry. And all you can hear is almost like, that like, it's just the most loud thing, and that's all you can hear and that's all you can feel, that, and you just go, man. You know, UK power builders, yes and no, lad, because the thing is, you got to do what's right. Don't sit there and feel like you need to tell someone that their form's fucked and not tell them. You know what I mean? Because if they fuck their back and then you let it and then you saw it, you'd feel bad about it, bro. If you feel like you want to go tell them, go tell them. Fuck what they're gonna. If they need to hear it, lad, they need to hear it. You know, doesn't mean you have to go over there and say it in a real like mean way. You can say it in a real nice way. You can just be like, oh, dude, listen, like, you know, I think that if you continue like that, it might fuck your back up. Maybe try it this way. Bam, you've done your job, eh? And if the cunt doesn't want to open themselves up to hear that, then who cares, man? He'll fuck his back up and he'll learn to listen to you next time. I'm curious about your opinion on meditation and breathing. Do you advocate starting meditation for 10 minutes, 20 minutes daily? Well, it depends, man. Yeah and no. I feel like meditation, I look at meditation on a practical level. Now, sometimes it's not practical for me to sit on the edge of my bed and do some fucking breathing method every morning. Sometimes it's just not practical, man. I just try it. But I feel like training is a very practical method of meditating if I wanted to use, because I do it all the time. I'm 5-6 days a week, I'm training, you know what I mean? So I try and apply it there. Sometimes when I'm in bed at night and I can't stop thinking, you know, I apply some meditation principles there, and that helps me. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of times throughout the day that you can apply. It's just about what's most practical to you. And I think stuff like training and shit, I mean, I think that's the best time. I think if you're going to train, I mean, for nothing, I mean, for no better reason than to clear your head's a great reason. Yeah, well, I think meditation, bro, you can extrapolate into your whole life, man. Like stillness of mind. You can take that stillness of mind and try and reproduce it 365, 24/7. That's when you enter, like, I feel like you enter like a full state of just being alive. You know what I mean? Well, you're just on. It's not like you're on autopilot, but it's almost like you're on autopilot, where you're just operating, man. It's like when you have a conversation, you don't even remember having the conversation. All you just know is like, fuck, I just had a mad conversation. I didn't even think twice about it. To me, that's meditative. That's meditative living, where you're just operating, you're just being in the greatest way possible. You know, so I think that can be achieved through multiple things, but I think the most practical for most of us is training. Many of my friends have insomnia recently. Is it a mental weakness? No, I think insomnia is a great tool. I think insomnia is a great situation. I think insomnia, depending on how, on the situation, is a great opportunity for you to learn something. Because I tell you what, dude, especially for me, I mean, the street's noisy. My headphones are noisy. YouTube's noisy. Do you know what's not noisy? Having insomnia. The only sound you hear when you have insomnia, if you have it for long enough and strong enough, is the overarching sound of your own fucking soul screaming at you in the head as to why you can't sleep. Now, if you have insomnia because you drank too much Pepsi, that's not the type of insomnia I'm talking about. I'm talking about insomnia because you've done something wrong spiritually, where you can't fucking sleep because of it. Because there's actually an overarching issue that's been covered up for so long, and now it's reached the base level where your body's saying, look, cunt, we're not going to sleep until you fucking get used to this and you find out what's going wrong. At least for me, that was my insomnia. Until I worked that out, then I was allowed to sleep again. You know? So I always tell people when they have insomnia, I say the first step is when you have insomnia, I say embrace the insomnia, lad. Don't fight it no more. Once you go beyond reflecting on your diet and your daily life, like people would be like, do you drink too many coffees? I say, lad, I haven't had coffee in a month. They're like, look at your diet. I say, lad, I'm just eating vegetables. Once you go beyond that, you're not doing anything fucked up throughout your day to keep you awake. I mean, then it's all, you open your arms and get ready to receive the gift that is insomnia. And watch your life transform, man. I just take my bag with me to the market. So insomnia is it's an interesting topic, man. It's an interesting topic. And it's serious shit, man. When you can't sleep, you fucking, you die if you don't sleep for long enough, man. Like, I'm not even sure what happens if you don't sleep, man. I think your body just fucking shuts down, man. Like, you just have to sleep without you wanting to or not. So it's not to be taken lightly, man. Insomnia sucks, eh? Yeah, but we're trapped in making word forms in our mind instead of living through our senses and being aware of what we're doing opposed to what we are thinking. Shouts to you. Hallucinations. Yeah, man. I had insomnia for the greater part of 2.5 years, man. And it was revolutionary, dude. Insomnia was revolutionary in my life. I tell you what, dude. I tell you what. Now when I can't sleep, I thrive off it. Because I know how fucking beneficial it can be sometimes, man. Just to be there, man. When everyone's asleep. And just to be with you, with yourself. I know how beneficial it can be. I know how detrimental it can be also. But I know how beneficial it can be, man. Shouts to you, Adnan. Adnan. It's a beautiful name, dude. Insomnia can be cured in a lot of ways, but I would never do anything other externally, like smoking anything or doing anything or taking anything to go back to bed. I would never do it, man. And I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it. You may as well go to... There's no way, man. Like, yeah, smoking a bit of weed might be better for you than going to some fucking therapist and she prescribes you some big pharma type shit and you get hooked on that, yeah. But still. It's got to be a raw therapy, man. With nothing, eh? My intake on... What up, Double D? Shouts to you. You know, I'm not, you know, I think vape's better than smoking cigarettes, but I still wouldn't recommend vape. It's still nicotine. You still get addicted to nicotine. I don't know what if they're... Vapes, I don't know if it's a relatively new thing, man, so I'm not sure what the consensus is on how damaging it is. But I'd be careful, man. And I wouldn't be sitting there thinking that I'm doing a good thing all the time. I would definitely utilize YouTube when I had my child, if I have a child, which I want to have a child, man, because I think it's just the ultimate blessing to procreate. I just think it's sick, man. Like, I look at my dick and think like, this is amazing, dude. Like, you can literally come and produce another human being. I think that's the coolest fucking shit. I think it's beautiful to have a child, dedicate yourself to a child, and become, you know, selfless on another level. I think it's amazing. And have the opportunity to create a new and better generation, man. Did I get hallucinations with my insomnia? Yeah, bro. I used to get weird hallucinations. Like, I'd walk past shit and picture, like, I'd see things in the corner of my eyes, or like I'd hear sounds that were probably just the sound of my own voice in my head, but I'd hear wax sounds and shit like that, man. I've had insomnia at other times, just from just life in general, where not like from like not being able to sleep, just not sleeping enough. I had mad hallucinations then too. Probably when I'm driving though. Shouts to plant goals, valid point. Tinker just drops out of the tongue. We all have the endocannabinoid system. I think YouTube's a phenomenal tool, man. To me, that's all what YouTube is. It's a phenomenal tool. It's a great tool. I mean, if used correctly, it's amazing. Just like the internet. If used correctly, the internet's amazing. If used in a mindless, uncontrolling way, I mean, it can be the end of you. It literally can be the end of you. The writers about hallucinating, I'm sure they hallucinated. I mean, sometimes, you know, I filmed a couple moments where they said like the road would become blurry and shit, you know. Seeing shit, no one ever said that, eh? But I had plenty of times when I was just fucking driving, dude, that I'd slam on the brakes and fucking go, fuck, there's a bridge in front of me, and it was just a tree. You know what I mean? Or like I felt like the whole road, I would see like a transformer on the road in front of me. Like lights would start to become blurring and form shapes and like weird shit like that. And I'd be slamming the handbrake and like drifting and be like, fuck. You know what I mean? Or like, I remember I would have moments where I pulled off on the side of the road. I had like 3 of these moments, dude, where I pulled off on the side of the road, and then I remember like opening my eyes and seeing a semi-trailer coming right towards me, and I'd be screaming, fuck. And I'd be turning the wheel as hard as I could, and Jess would be patting me on the shoulder, being like, it's okay, there's no truck there, dude. And my heart would be like, and my whole body would like be cramping from the adrenaline, and I'd have to like stretch my fingers out, eh? At another time I was parked up in this hill, man, and I opened my eyes. All I remember was opening my eyes and the car reversing down this forest hill, and I was fucking screaming like, no, and I was like ripping the handbrake and shit. It was fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, like, it's not, mate, come on, we're about to click over an hour on the stream, eh? I mean, that's standard streaming parameters, man. 60 minutes minimum. almost. If the stream provides, if the energy of the stream's there, I mean, we do 60. My video outro, okay, it's like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your mum, share with your sister, share with your boyfriend, share with your spouse. We support gay marriage. I hope you do too. Shout out, like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your mum, share with your sister, share with your spouse. We support gay marriage. I hope you do too. Shout out to I haven't even done it for a while, eh? We support gay marriage. I hope you do too. Shout outs to my boy H. I'll see you on the fucking tube tomorrow. Like, peace. Took a while to form, I'll tell you that. It took a while to form, man. Tips on self-love for someone who's dependent on external validation for his and self-worth being in a certain look. Although, is that person knows it's subjective. I mean, well, the thing is, bro, I mean, if you're talking about yourself, I pat yourself on the back because at least you realise it. Now, the fact that you're aware of the cycle. I forgot. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah. That's the bit. Eh? Like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your mum, share with your sister, share with your boyfriend, share with your spouse, Facebook, marriage. Who be the two? Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Shout out to my boy H. I'll see you on the tube tomorrow. Like, peace. I gotta get back to that. Outro, eh? It becomes like a motor program thing once you do it. Like, I've probably done it fucking so many times. It becomes like a motor program thing. You'd be like she comes fresh, like that. I mean, back to Adnan. The fact that you know it is a great thing, bro. Doesn't make it okay, but the fact that you're aware of it is one step above every other cunt who doesn't even become aware of it. So it's a good thing. I'd pat yourself on the back for being aware of it, eh? And then it just be practice. It just be practice, man. It's just practice and self-talk. You have to work out. You know, the only person that validates you is you. You know what I mean? So you have to practice that kind of mindset, man. You know, it might be through small bits of conversation with yourself where you find yourself falling back into that trap. And the big thing is, you know, I mean, is participating, man. You have to participate, eh? Participating will build the confidence within yourself, man. You know, if you sit at home and just talk it and you're not actually about it, then it never works, man. That's why I feel so confident in saying this thing, because I've participated. I'm actively participating all the time. And anytime I feel like I'm not participating, I start to feel like I'm falling apart. So I participate again and it goes away. So it's about self-reflecting, it's about self-talk, but it's also about participating. It's also about challenge. It's also about pushing yourself. It's all about experience, you know? Because you can practice all you want inside your house, eh? But that's never going to give you the full spectrum of it, man. Like, you have to actually go out there and do and be involved. I mean, that's the whole point, man. I mean, you're only here for an experience, and it's limited. I mean, well, your time on Earth's limited, I should say. So, I mean, get experiencing, man. Otherwise, you're never going to really be aware of the gift that you've been given. Shasta can be W93. When did I get stuck in the slide? Was that in Taiwan? Because if you're talking about Taiwan, that was almost a year ago today. Shasta Troy. Yeah, that was in Taiwan, eh? You know, shouts to Taiwan 1 year ago. I mean, we really broke the internet 1 year ago in Taiwan. I still don't think, man, the majority of people who watched our series really took gravity of what we did, man. And I feel like almost like I had a fucking baby on that trip. Like, I still talk about it. And I'm still going to talk about it to the day I die, eh? Because I'm proud of it, man. Taiwan was a year ago, dude. Well, I said we should be proud of it because we all did it. We literally paid for another fucking person to leave the country. He left America. He never left America before, dude. Like, I had to call his mum and say I'm not a serial killer. Here's my mum's number. Confirm with her. Like, I finished year 12. You know? You know, so it's crazy, dude. You know, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I was grateful for the opportunity, and I'm happy we executed on it. Like, I'm happy I had the idea and we did it. And even if it never happened again, I'd still be happy about it, because I can say to someone, I can say, look, dude, my whole life I never made any money. I made that money. I spent all that money I spent all that money in like 2 weeks later. I bought a camera, paid for like 5 cunts to go overseas, paid for a cunt to come over from America, paid for everyone's shit. Well, we all paid for it. And didn't have a cent to spare after. And it was great. Lynn Gaines is like a camo pant. A camo pants king. You know, shame we couldn't see shame the second see the world never happened, eh? Well, it's true, bro, but you know, it's just a reflection on the people, man. And maybe, you know, a lot of it's probably due to... It's a reflection on the people, and it's a reflection on myself, eh? And I almost knew after I posted that it might not happen, eh? Just with the current state of how YouTube is, and the current state of my work and my video content, that they don't really mesh, man. Like, if I was doing daily vlog, you live vicariously through me, I want you more focused on my life versus your life. Let's try and make my life look like over-glorify it, even though I live a glorious life on the most basic level. But let's try and make it seem ultra fake. Get you ultra invested in me and get you sitting behind a fucking computer screen 7 days a week, being too invested on me where you forget to hear the sound of your own breath. And then I did the Kickstarter. Well, maybe it would have done well. Maybe it would have done well, man. That's why, but you know what I mean? So it came from my level of participation in it too. Like, I'm not trying to blame the world for not letting that Kickstarter go off. It was directly related to my choices, but I'm happy about it because I'm happy that it didn't work. Yeah, I wanted to see it can't go too away, you know, but the viewers, the thing is, bro, there was enough people who watched that video to make it happen, but they didn't make it happen. But they're probably the same cunts who will message me and say, Abdullah, you've changed, upload more often. And they're the same cunts who live vicariously through every single motherfucker on the internet, never heard the sound of their own breath, they're slave to their shoe, and they wonder why they can't sleep at night. You know what I mean? And why they tremble when they try and talk to the girl who's giving them coffee. And they say, Abdullah, that content where you just uploaded of you eating was boring. Well, fuck you, I don't care, you know what I mean? I mean, that's the reason it didn't work. But that reason is directly, I'm not trying to take it off my own shoulders. That's my fault. You know, if we talk about why it didn't work, that's my fault. You know what I mean? Or my doing, I should say. You know, so it is what it is, mate. You know, it felt good to not do it. It felt good not to make it, though. Like, it was kind of like, yeah, like, fuck. Like, it didn't happen, eh? Like, in a weird way, I was kind of like, fuck. This isn't really a bad thing, man. Like, kind of, my ego took a hit for like 25 minutes where I thought, like, fuck. My ego hurts a little bit because I feel like I put myself like in a position now where it's like it failed, but it's like, who cares? The thing is, bro, you know, I on my YouTube time, I lived through a position already where they got refunded, all the donations got refunded. The thing is, I lived in a time on my life on the internet where I've already executed on that opportunity, and I will one time. I'll keep trying, you know what I mean? That's the great thing. Like I'm proud of it because I said I was going to do it and I did it. Like, if I just watched every other motherfucker on YouTube, what do they do with their money? They don't do fuck all with their money, man. They buy a new Rode Mic Video Pro, get a new Joby tripod, and assimilate to like everybody else and just do the same wank fucking content. It's just wank fest. It's a big wank fest, you know what I mean? So I'm happy I didn't submerge into the wank fest, you know what I mean? If we stop caring about what people think every second of our lives and stop caring about social standards, then we can begin to focus on perfecting ourselves, you know, which is most important. 100%, man. 100%. I mean, that's a statement. That doesn't even need a response because it's a statement. And it's a pure statement. It's a correct statement, dude. I tell myself all the time, man, all the answers, when I say to cunts, man, cunts don't believe me and shit. Cunts literally, I'm going to die saying the same thing. Cunts will never believe me. They're going to say, oh, Abdullah, oh, how can you know? You're only this years old. I'm as old as fuck as the earth's been on this as long as this earth's been fucking around. I'm as old as the fucking universe, man. You're staring at it. You know what I mean? Just as much as when you look in the mirror, you're as old as fucking the grass on the fucking floor, lad. Since the dawn of time. That's you. The answers have always been there, dude. Once you let go and you allow yourself to open up, you have infinite knowledge at your fingertips, man. You have infinite experiences at your fingertips, and you can embrace them, and they can channel through you, and you can channel. I know it sounds wank, but listen to me. You can channel something higher than yourself, and you can operate on a level that 99% of the world will never operate on. But the key point is, just like when you ride your bike up the hill when you're out of breath and you're in pain, you don't know why it's like that. Let go, because around the corner is the answer, man. Around the corner is the freedom, man. You know what I mean, man? Like, shit's come to me before in my sleep, dude, where I thought, like, I feel like I've been granted the gift of vision, but the only time I ever get granted the gift of vision is when I let go and I let myself open up to it. You know what I mean? So, that's what they need to teach you in school. Yeah. Shouts to you, David, man. I can't believe you're in London, lad. It's crazy that you're in London with your Wi-Fi. Shouts to you. Shouts to you, bro. That's amazing. Not in the basin no more, mate. I'm pretty sure if I got to go memory, you used to live near the basin. You know what? I'm not anti-Patreon. I'm not anti-giving people money. I'm just anti-getting something for nothing, man. I mean, there's enough of that, eh? And I feel like, if you put out good stuff, I mean, you receive. And I'll tell you what, I've received tenfold, man. It might not look like it, but I receive every day. It's just because I try and put out the best things I can put out. Now, you know what I mean? So, it's not, when people get Patreons and shit, and like, I know we joke sometimes, we're like, fuck, this cunt's got a fucking Patreon. But there's some cunts out there who do mad stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, I need a website to give you the money, dude. You know what I mean? Like, this is a valid tool for you because you need it. For some people, it's like, man, you don't need this fucking Patreon. You need to do Uber, man. You need to be a postman. You need to pick up rubbish. You know what I mean? You don't need a Patreon. That's not for you. Shout out to all the people doing Uber, man. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's been real busy for me on Uber for the last couple of days, man, and it's insane, bro, because I think about how much of a great job it is. I'm out here getting paid to fucking train, and I'm meeting people. Like, I met a couple of cunts yesterday who watched my videos, and I just got a whole waft of life in 1 second. I said to myself, like, you know what, man? Like, imagine if I was in year 12 and I told the teacher, like, in 2 fucking years that I'd be dropping off food on my bike, getting paid for it, and then the cunt would hand me the order and say, oh, you're Abdullah from the Glucose Network, I like your videos. Like, that is the most humbling fucking moment, dude. It's like, I feel like I'm making use of the opportunity, man. Like, it was just a mad experience, dude. And then you're just dropping off food, and you're like, oh, fuck, check out this Malaysian joint, check out this Indonesian joint, this cunt's cool. You hand people the food, you give people food, and you're like, cunt, like, like, you give them your energy, and they don't even look you in the eye, and you feel like, this is beautiful, man. Like, I'm just going to smother you with white light until you gather the strength to move your eyes off the fucking floor up to my eyes. Where's your next travel to, brother? The Jordanian tour guide is the man. Me and the Jordanian tour guide, I'm going to be going to the Middle East, I'm going to be going to Lebanon, I'm going to be going to Palestine. I might be going to Dubai to catch up, but he's going to be there. Tentatively Lebanon, Palestine, Egypt. He's going to be there. We're going to be traveling the Middle East. We're going to be traveling in the Middle East, you know what I mean? So, shout out to him, he's a legend. Dude, I get fed for free. Shout out to you for getting fed for free. I mean, shout out to you, man. It's just all about just the simple interaction, man. It's just so valuable, way. That's what's great about the delivery jobs, eh? It's just so valuable, man. You get to interact with so many people. It's just like, this is sick. I've interacted with, like, You do 20 orders, man. You get to interact with like, you can literally get to fucking look 50 fucking cunts in the eye and say, have a good day, have a good day, have a good day, thanks mate, have a good day. You're just like, fuck, like 50 cunts through, man, in 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like I know some cunts who do like 30, 40, 50 deliveries a day and shit, like just packed like 18, 17 hour days and shit. Like it's just insane. They must be like, people talk about networking. What better way to network than to fucking chat shit with like 100 people? %, dude. The more money I get, the less stuff I want. Does it make more sense? Yeah, 100%, eh? Money, you know, beyond a certain point. I mean, you give meaning to the money, man. You know what I mean? Shouts to you, Adnan. Have a great night. I ride my mate's bike. It's a giant Defy. I'm meant to give it back to him, but I need to get it serviced and I need to ride to Adelaide in 5 weeks. So if you're watching, Tamas, I'll give you the bike back in 6 weeks, lad. I really believe we are just stewards of shit. Like, we really don't actually own anything. Well, you know, at least, you know, I know cunts will debate me and I know cunts might debate you, but at least in my belief, dude, it's never served me anything to believe that I actually own this shit, you know, because it doesn't. It owns me, man. 90% of the time, man, shit's either like, shit owns you or it's a tool. You know what I mean? You know, I got ownership, you know, it's only ever served me well to believe that I own my fitness, you know what I mean? That I own the way I think. That I own the energy that I put out. That's the only things I own, man, eh? And when that gets taken away from me, you know, I'm dead, you know what I mean? But it goes somewhere else. Like, can someone take away my spirit? Who can, eh? Can someone control the way I think? I mean, they can try and control the way you think. They can try and control your perspective on the world. They can try and, you know, reverse engineer what you want and then try and give it to you in a flawed system that gets you chasing it for the rest of your life and that you never really attain it and then control your mind like that. They can try and do that, eh? But ultimately, it's in your power because, I mean, you're in the driver's seat, lad. You're inhabiting the train right now. The train is your body and you're the driver. And that's the great blessing about, you know, cunts are going to be telling you to go left and right, but at the end of the day, it's your decision whether you want to take the train left, whether you want to take the train right, or whether you want to keep going straight through the fucking wall. Own the intangible, not the tangible. Shouts to you. I love the comment. It's been a great conversation today, man. No, that's a great statement. That's a perfect statement, eh? Own the intangible, not the tangible. It's like cunts want collector's edition shoes, man. It's like they don't realise that they can have a collector's edition mind. You can have a collector's edition soul. You can have a collector's edition just fucking outlook, man. Shouts to you, can be W93. That's great, dude. It'd be sick if like the whole world like tried that out. Like it got stripped of all their shit, got stripped of them for like just like 2 months and just saw the difference, eh? Like anything though, there's a gracing period, hey. There's a gracing period, man. Like if you, depending on how extreme your life is currently, like you make a bit of a switch. I mean, it can be a bit of a shock sometimes, dude, when you realise how much of a fuckboy you are. But I mean, if you stay with it for long enough, I mean, you reap benefits. Shit, now it's all light, dude. I'm into all forms of music, man. I'm into rap, I'm into reggae, I'm into fucking classical music, I'm into rock, I'm into hardcore, I'm into anything that sounds good, I'm into it. Thoughts on psychedelic drugs? Like, you know, I'm not anti-psychedelic drugs, I'm not pro-psychedelic drugs. I'm pro I'm pro whatever fucking happens, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm pro whatever happens, eh? I'm pro or not. How can I put this without... I'm trying to say, how can I put this in the most correct way? Like, I'm pro whatever happens. Let it be known that. So I don't demonize it, because I don't think that, like, something that came from the ground should be demonized. Do you know what I mean? You know, like, how can you demonize something that grew in a forest? How can you demonize something that grows in a vine? How can you demonize shit that's just all around us, eh? But, you know, I'm pro seeking out. This is what I'm anti. I'm anti-seeking. Like, I'm anti-seeking shit that's not meant to be there yet. Like, I'm anti you sitting there researching the best way to import DMT and make it in your fucking kitchen. That's what I'm anti. Now, I'm not anti you being, like, in the most bizarre situation where accidentally you took some big fucking hit of DMT and you never pre-empted the situation and it just happened. And, you know, this is shit I tell myself too, man. And it just happened. I wouldn't be anti that. I'd be like, whatever, man. It's just fucking, it is what it is, eh? Do I prefer living in Melbourne and Adelaide? The same shit, man. They both got their advantages. Like, my mum lives in Adelaide, my mum doesn't live in Melbourne, you know. So it's different, man. It's a different standard. It's a different standard of living, like, on both sides of the spectrum. Don't use the ethogens for fun or entertainment, only enlightenment. I mean, yeah, 100%, man. I mean, like, anytime you talk about the shit, it's, you know, it's a touchy subject. But this is to me, I'm just gonna give you my opinion. I think they could be, like, presented in the right situation, and if they happen in the right scenario with the correct intention, then I wouldn't even say it's a bad thing. I'd say it's far from a bad thing. Now, you just wanting to get fucking high and see some funky colours and think that you talk to someone, yeah, I would say that's whack as fuck. You know what I mean? Cooking video with Jess is part 2 away. We'll see what happens, man. You never know. My friend just opened up a new cafe. Shouts to Eddie. It's booming. I went to the cafe the other day. You know, this booming cafe, huge cafe, mad kitchen, mad bakery. I mean, hopefully we can cook there when it's his day off. We can get there early. The big head chef at this joint. It's a new joint, man. Huge. Biggest cafe in Melbourne, dude. Like, I went in there the other day. There was like 4 kitchens, dude. And the cunt was yelling at people like a proper head chef style. I was like, fuck, this is mad. Like, this is mad. I will plant gold. Shouts to you, brother. I appreciate it. Anyway, shouts to all of you. I'm about to go inside. Great stream. Shouts to the doorway, eh? This is my apartment building, dude. This is the mirror of truth, dude. Like, I come in here and shit, and before I enter the fucking lift, I tell myself, I say, Abdullah, 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 and I go, fuck. Alright. I'm off. Ciao.